In other news, the Trump administration just announced a new incentive for illegal aliens living in the United States to self-deport. Eligible illegal aliens who now use the CBP Home app to self-deport will receive a clear, safe way to leave the United States. Their plane tickets home may be paid for, and they will receive a $1,000 stipend once we have confirmation that they have left our country. This new feature will allow illegal aliens to have a planned departure out of the country and to leave as soon as possible in a dignified way.
Donald Trump is now offering those who are illegally in this country that if they leave the country, they will be given $1,000. But that is only after they leave the country and they confirm via an app that they actually left. This was announced by DHS, or the Department of Homeland Security, who said in addition to the $1,000, you would also get a plane ticket. Something to keep in mind that it costs roughly about $17,000 to deport someone. And so for $1,000 plus a plane ticket, there is a savings from the U.S. government. In the statement, DHS says that self-deportation is a dignified way to leave the U.S. and will allow illegal aliens to avoid being encountered by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, aka ICE. Kristi Noem, who is the secretary, says if you are here illegally, self-deportation is the best, safest, and most cost-effective way to leave the United States to avoid arrest. DHS is now offering illegal aliens financial travel assistance and a stipend to return to their home country through the CBP Home app. According to DHS, one person has already done this. Someone who was in Chicago, they got a plane ticket, they went to Honduras, and they got their money afterwards, and according to them, that additional tickets have also been booked for this week and the following week.
Now, I've heard a lot of things, but I haven't heard anything like this. Giving immigrants $1,000 to deport themselves? What's 1,000 times 20 million? You got it, 20 billion. They are going to give $20 billion to illegal immigrants to self-deport, and they're calling this a discount. Woo! Once again, you Trump supporters are being exposed as some of the biggest hypocrites on the face of the earth. I thought we were trying to get rid of the waste, the fraud, the abuse, all of this wasteful government spending, but now you're talking about spending $20 billion? Wow. Unacceptable. And in case you're wondering why I'm saying 20 million, that's because that's the amount of individuals Donald Trump said needed to be deported when he was campaigning. And then he's changed it a lot of times, but you get what I'm doing. He said it's around 20 million people in this country that Biden let in. So that means we're talking about spending $20 billion for this ridiculous waste of time program.
Do not fall for this. The Trump administration is now offering $1,000 in free airline tickets to undocumented immigrants who self-deport to their home countries. DHS announced on Monday, migrants who choose to participate must use the CBP Home app to notify officials about their intent to depart, after which they will receive travel assistance and the $1,000 payment upon confirmation of their exit. The administration argues that this approach is significantly more cost-effective. Right now, it is about $17,000 to detain, arrest, and forcibly deport an individual to their home country. I would like to warn that no one should be doing this process without consulting a lawyer. Here's why. Leaving the United States as an undocumented individual could impose severe consequences. This includes a 10-year bar on re-entry.
Whoever self-deports for the $1,000 Trump's offering better make sure they get their money before they get on that airplane. First of all, he's going to have to come up with more than that. $1,000 is not enough. You're going to have a few people, but whoever does go better make sure they get their $1,000 first, because they could be getting scammed. And then once they get back to wherever country they're in, they're not going to get their money. He's known for being a liar to get his way. He lied to get in office. And first of all, what is $1,000 anyway? What could they do with $1,000? You feel me? Especially people that have been here for years in the United States. They already know how the money works. See, he trying to play people that are desperate and that need, which it's okay. Like, I know some people need the $1,000, But bro, like, that's not enough. He gonna have to come up with more than that. And whoever goes, make sure you get your money first. Don't get played.
Interesting. So Trump just announced that they will be giving $1,000 to illegal immigrants who decide to self-deport using the CBP Home app, and they will be given a very special opportunity. But before I explain that, you may be thinking, well, if we give $1,000 to every illegal immigrant, that comes out of taxpayers' money. And you're right, it does come out of U.S. taxpayers' money, but according to DHS, it is actually cheaper to give $1,000 and to have them self-deport rather than the current process right now, which is costing them $17,121 to go through each process of every illegal immigrant that ICE captures. And lastly, if they decide to self-deport, not only will they receive financial and travel assistance, they will be given a chance to come back to the U.S. because if they do not self-deport through the app and they get captured by ICE, they will never be allowed to enter the U.S. again.
Hi, did you see in a poll that was released a few months ago from CNN that over 63% of Americans believe in deporting illegal immigrants? And so what has happened is now that today President Trump has come up with a new idea. His idea is to have the people self-deport and have the United States pay for it. And the reason that he wants to do that is because it's cheaper for us to pay for plane tickets for them to go back to their country, or to even pay for planes, to pay for them to go back and even give them $1,000 once they get back. And that's because they are saying that now it costs about $17,000 to keep them here. And it's cheaper to send them back home. And the reason it costs so much, if you can remember, that we even had states like California that voted to give them $150,000 to buy a new home. Now, I don't remember other states in our country paying $150,000 for giving anyone a new home. Or if you'll look at it, even the Social Security Administration, they were fast-tracking people that were illegal immigrants and immediately giving them Social Security and SSI benefits. Now, you know, if you're on Social Security, you have to be 62 before you even qualify for the least amount of benefits, which is about $12,000. And then you have to wait until you're 65 to even get full Social Security. And the average person now is only getting, they said, about $1,200 a month for Social Security, whereas illegal immigrants were getting over $3,000 a month to live in our country. And that's when our federal agencies like Social Security gave them priority over Americans who had worked 40 years, Americans who were disabled and who had applied for SSI. We all had to wait. But because of this globalist agenda to bring in all of these people into our country, to infiltrate our country, they gave them priority. And then not only Social Security, the worst is with what they have done to our veterans.
I know during Biden's administration, Democrats were used to funding illegals housing, free flights, food, even phones. But this new administration will actually pay you to leave, as the Trump administration is willing to pay illegal immigrants $1,000 to self-deport, as this will actually save Americans millions. DHS is reporting for illegal aliens to self-deport because it's the safest option. And it also costs the taxpayers to deport them. To just detain, it's over $17,000 versus a self-deport, it's $4,000. It'll be saving taxpayers over 70%, which is more efficient for us. I think this is smart and effective policy, and I like that this is actually saving us money.